Hello, everyone, and welcome to Language School. I am your teacher, Onen Wintercrow, and today we are going to be discussing verbs. So, what exactly is a verb? Well, a verb is a word that shows an action, a movement, or an emotional output. Some examples of verbs would be walk, run, go, hate, love, dance. Anything that shows an action of some type, a movement of some type, and an emotional output of some type. What do I mean by emotional output? Well, the two words that I just gave are great examples. Hate and love. Both of those are something that you do, but on an emotional level. So it's an emotional output. This brings us to the point where we need to learn that there are two types of verbs. You have transitive verbs that require a direct object or that use a direct object, and intransitive verbs, which don't require a direct object but require a prepositional phrase or uses a prepositional phrase. Great examples of intransitive verbs would be run and sleep. So I run to the store. I sleep in a bed. Those verbs in these sentences do not require a direct object, rather require a prepositional phrase. Some examples of verbs that are transitive, thus requiring a direct object, are eat and love. So I eat the salad. I love the cat. Both of those require another noun to be acted upon. What are you eating? I eat the salad. The salad is a noun acting as a direct object. I love the cat. The cat is also a noun. It's a person, place, or thing, but it's receiving the action that I am giving. I am loving the cat. I love the cat. I eat the salad. However, verbs can be kind of tricky because a good number of our verbs can be used both as intransitive verbs or as transitive verbs. The last example of I eat the salad is a good example of that. It requires a direct object because of the context that it is in. So it requires a direct object for that sentence, thus making it a transitive verb. However, this particular verb and a multitude of other verbs out there can be used both transitively and intransitively. So, transitively, I eat the salad. Intransitively, I am eating in a restaurant, or I eat in my car. So that eat in that context is being used as an intransitive verb because it doesn't require a direct object in that context. Instead, it requires a prepositional phrase. In the restaurant, in my car. A good way, a good little mnemonic aid to help you remember what transitive and intransitive means. When I hear the word transitive, I think of a train. And a train is a person, place, or a thing. It's a thing. So when I hear transitively, I think train. And a train is a noun, and a noun is what is required for a transitive verb. So transitive, train is a noun is what is used with a transitive verb. For intransitive verbs, intransitive starts with the word in, in, and in is a preposition because it shows location. So for how I remember intransitive verbs is for the simple fact that it has a preposition in it. And intransitive requires a prepositional phrase and a preposition like in or at or on or a host of other ones. But that's how I remember the two. Now, you might be wondering why this is important if you're learning a foreign language. Well, I'll tell you. It is because with whatever language it is that you are studying, if you have a dictionary for that language and you look up a verb, it will tell you whether that verb is transitive or intransitive in the dictionary. And that will let you know how you need to use it in a sentence whenever you're trying to speak with someone. If you can look here at one of our examples, this word right here, llenar in Espanol or Spanish, the VT lets you know what it means when it is being used as an transitive verb, one requiring a direct object. However, if you look down here, that little VI that is right under my thumb, that lets you know the meaning when it is being used as an intransitive verb, requiring a prepositional phrase or a preposition. Another reason that this is important is because depending on the language that you are studying, if they will use a different word depending on whether you are using it as an intransitive verb or a transitive verb. It's like as an intransitive verb, you use this verb. But if you're trying to say the same thing intransitively, requiring a prepositional phrase or a preposition, use this word instead. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this lesson on verbs, and hopefully it's cleared some stuff up for you. I know verbs can be kind of tricky, and I threw a lot of terminology and stuff out at you today. So if you have any questions about anything, put them in the comments, and let's talk about it and help you get situated and figured out on that. If you have any other questions, also leave those in the comments. I like to talk to people. I am Onen Wintercrow, and I will see you guys next lesson.